is Lord Natsu here, and today we're going to be doing a new What If, and this one's called What If Naruto was a omni saiyan? Basically a saiyan that has the power. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to say, at the moment Naruto was born, he has... Okay, basically he's an omni saiyan. Basically a saiyan that has omni king level of power. So yeah. And he's gonna have to work out to be able to use his forms. And his Super Saiyan is basically gonna have this hair and aura. Basically, yeah. His hair and aura is gonna look like that. And his final form is that boy. Plus hair. Pretty much. Yeah, and Naruto will look like that. So yeah, when he's born, no one can sense his power. And basically, all his omni powers, pretty much his omni key, is pretty much inside his body, not pushed out like it normally would be. So yeah, they just pretty much sent him to a random planet. But while he's traveling to this planet, we're gonna go over to pretty much the person that, I'm gonna say this world, the Dragon Ball universe is basically connected to all the other universes. Basically, all the other animes that deal with fighting. So yeah, and I'm gonna say this is and I'm gonna say this person's, this creature, no, deity's name is Yanyuki Owen. I'm just gonna say this now. Actually, no, I'm gonna say it later. Because I think it'll make more sense when I say it later. So yeah, this deity's name is Yayuki, yeah. So, and Yayuki sees that this Saiyan was pretty much the soul of this person. Pretty much, yeah. For some reason, Naruto was born in this universe instead of the universe he was supposed to be born in. Which, he's also the reincarnation. Pretty much everything that Naruto, pretty much the reincarnation thing of... Well, technically no, he was supposed to be the reincarnation of Ashura. But he's a reincarnation of someone else. Wait, no, I'm gonna make this work. Naruto was somehow the reincarnation of two people. And this deity sees that he's the reincarnation of Ashura from the Naruto universe. And a Saiyan forgotten by time. Well, actually, no. A Saiyan, name of a Saiyan that's been forgotten by time, but not in the actions of this Saiyan. But this deity knows exactly who this is. So yeah. And this deity was like, this Saiyan, this boy should have been born in this universe instead he was born in this one. Interesting. This is interesting. Now I will send him to the university he was supposed to be born in. So yeah, then he pretty much opens a black hole right in front. No, actually no. He just opens a portal in front of the space pod that Naruto was going through, pretty much in. He pretty much summoned a portal right in front of the space pod, and yeah, the space pod got sucked in and what pretty much crashed, landed into the Naruto universe, and onto that Earth. So yeah, and the deity's like, I will help him. I will also give him this, and yeah, the deity has all the knowledge of every single universe that has fighting in it. So yeah, he'll know of Ki and Chakra. Oh, he's the oldest being alive. He's technically the creator of all the universes. I'm just gonna say in this, pretty much, in this multiverse, this deity pretty much was the one that created all those universes. Each and every one. Dragon Ball, I'm not gonna say Dragon Ball was the first one to be created. So yeah. And this deity gave this Saiyan like pretty much the same amount of chakra Naruto would have in canon. So since Naruto is an omni Saiyan, he'll have like more than it pretty much. Just imagine all the God of Destruction's ki combined to one. That's how much ki Naruto has. Well, the Saiyan has. And yeah, the Saiyan crashes onto the Earth. And yeah, basically, the Saiyan's parents pretty much was like Bardock and Ginen, but different. They just wanted him to survive, that's all. So yeah, all they put in the pretty much in the message of the pod said, survive. Pretty much it would say last message from senders. So, son, this is your parents, and all we wish for you to do is survive. Whatever planet you land on, survive. And yeah. And also I would say that this Saiyan is it. Will pretty much confirm that this Saiyan is it. Pretty much a Saiyan. So yeah. And pretty much he lands right after, like immediately after Minato's done. Yeah. Basically I'm gonna say this. Minato and Shina couldn't pretty much had a miscarriage, and yeah, and that baby was supposed to be Naruto, but it was a miscarriage, so pretty much Naruto's soul and the reincarnation of Ashura was pretty much sent to the Dragon Ball universe, into this Saiyan's body, which coincidentally was an Omni Saiyan. So yeah, when Naruto crossed down, and yeah, pretty much everything went up to canon, except the part where Naruto didn't get born in this universe. That's the only thing that's different. So yeah, and I'm gonna say when this Saiyan was born 20 years before Kakarot, or as we know him, Goku. So yeah, Minato saw pretty much saw a crater in her, pretty much heard the ground shaking when something hit the ground right pretty much a few meters away from him. So yeah, Minato looked and he saw some type of machine, some type of something that's made out of metal. And then the hatch opened, and he saw a baby. He pretty much picked up the baby and... Actually, no, he thought in his mind, pretty much, yeah, Minato and Kushina are the same exact way. And Minato would just be like, alright, pretty much think, Minato pretty much thought in his head, it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to use you for this. Because, yeah, he's thinking of the Reaper Dust Seal because, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Oh, and this deity is gonna do something. Oh, and basically Naruto got the chakra, and as soon as he, well, pretty much, yeah, the Omni, this deity gave Naruto the chakra, pretty much, the chakra that he would have had. Basically, he gave him that chakra as soon as he's entered the Earth's atmosphere. So, yeah. And he also did something for this child. He pretty much changed his anatomy to make him far stronger. To now he's a half Omni Saiyan. So he'll be 2 times stronger when he gets angry. And yeah, the Omni Saiyan has a lot of control with his anger. So yeah, if you wanted to, you could just release all of his anger easily. So yeah. So basically, this deity basically made this Omni Saiyan a half human, half Saiyan, which the human half has the Senju and the Uchiha bloodline. So yeah, that's how it's gonna work. Actually, no. Naruto would have a. I'm gonna say this. Naruto has the same amount as the third Hokage for chakra. So yeah, but no one's gonna figure that out. So yeah. And this deity is also gonna make a way smaller version of himself to help to guide Naruto. And basically Naruto's gonna be the only one that's gonna be able to see him. And the smaller version of this deity, basically the mortal version of this deity is gonna, well actually no, a angel version of this deity is gonna be, wait, scratch what I said earlier, it's just gonna look like a human that's basically a human from this universe. So yeah, give me a second. Alright guys, alright, I'm back, and now the mortal version of the deity is gonna be this person, which I'm gonna call Yamako. And the deity made everyone's memories that knew Kushina and Minato that Yamako was Kushina's cousin. Well, actually, no. That Yamako was Naruto's other godfather. So yeah, the godfather picked by Kushina. In this deity basically in this universe of Naruto, the deity made a certain type of species that has made only for the ones he thinks are worthy to use, which is the dragons. Yeah, pretty much. He was the one that made the dragons sages. So yeah. And there's only been one other person that's been able to do it, but he's been lost to time. So yeah. So Yamako just finds himself. Yeah, basically the mortal deity. Yeah, basically this is the mortal version of that deity. In the deities put all the knowledge that of Ki, well, actually no, of Ki, God, and God Ki. Basically, yeah, Yamako's gonna be an angel for Naruto. So yeah, Yamako is the angel of Naruto. So his teacher and pretty much the protector and student, and master of Naruto. Which, that's what Minato and Tsushima called him. And they pretty much adopted them because they wanted to. And yeah, so everybody's gonna, and the DT also made it so everyone, yeah, the moment before Minato and Kushina died, pretty much the DT quickly altered their memories enough to make it look like Naruto is their child, just has black hair. And a tail for some reason. And eventually, I'm gonna say, and Naruto's gonna be the only Saiyan that's gonna be able to do this. Yeah, because he is the only Omni Saiyan in existence. Oh, and eventually, Naruto will be able to go back to his, or pretty much back to the Dragon Ball universe. And technically, he can travel between the Dragon Ball and Naruto universe. So yeah, you can do that. And basically, the third Hokage finds Naruto. And yeah, technically, Naruto gets the pretty much everything after Naruto. Pretty much everything went to canon except Naruto being Omni Saiyan and it crashing onto Earth. And then Naruto getting the I think Ying, or was it Yang? Pretty much the one that hates humans. That side of Kurama was sealed into Naruto. Yeah. So that happened. And pretty much everyone that knew, well, I should know that pretty much everyone that knew they were pretty much only the third Hokage is memories are going to be changed. That's it. Oh, and also Danzo. Pretty much every ninjas and the Elder Council. Pretty much all the elders, which would pretty much Danzo, the two elders, the third Hokage, and all the other ninjas' memories would be completely changed. Well, be completely altered to where, well, pretty much anyone that knew about. Okay, I'm just gonna say this: Danzo, the two elders. Wait, no, it would just be Danzo, Ruzen, Kakashi. Yeah, those three would get their memories slightly altered to the point where, yeah, they see Naruto as the birth, pretty much the child of Minato and Kushina. Pretty much them thinking that Naruto is Minato and Kushina are Naruto's birth parents. Actually, no, Danzo wouldn't know at all. Only Hiruzen and Kakashi would know. Yeah, only Hiruzen and... Yeah, only Hiruzen and Kakashi's memories would be changed. Wait, no. Pretty much everyone in the council would think Naruto is Danzo's. Was Naruto's and Kushina's son, birth son. So yeah, basically everything that happened, it happened. But when they asked who wants to, what do we do with the boy? Then they heard knocking at the council door. And the third Hokage was like, yes? It's like, then we see Yamako. And Yamako was like, I will take care of this child. And pretty much, yeah, since none of them know who Yamako is, they would be like, who are you? It's like, and Yamako also has papers that tells everybody that he's the godfather of this child. It's pretty much signed by Kushina herself. And pretty much people like, I am this child's godfather. And they're like, where's your proof? And be like, basically only Hiruzen and Danzo would be like, where is your proof of that? Because yeah, he only sees Naruto as a weapon of power. That's it. And he'll just show the papers and be like, these. Signed by Kushina herself. And yeah, they'd be like Kushina? Like, yes. She's showing me as the perfect person to be her child's grandson. The godfather of this child. So, here I am. To take care of the child Kushina wanted to care for. And yeah, Ruth would be like, pretty much everybody would be like, that's a proof, so yeah. Danzo would be like, fuck. Because yeah, he was gonna have it, so Naruto would have a bad life, and he would pretty much turn Naruto into a weapon. So yeah. And Naruto's right now is able to control, like, at birth, pretty much he's made it so his tail is not, pretty much, not even, like, barely, pretty much, only people that look directly at his tailbone would see a very tiny tail. So yeah, but his tail will grow to its full size by the time he is, 12. Well, actually, no, it'll grow to its full size by the time he's 4. So yeah, yeah, then third Hokage would just ask, so, where is your home at? And yeah, Yamako, yeah, the deities basically just go, yeah, this deity just made a compound just for Yamako and his child, but it's just big enough for those two. And be like, my household is somewhere outside of the leaf walls, but it's close enough to where the boy can get inside the village easily. Then be like, alright then. And then he would just pretty much stamp the papers to have it so Yamako can raise Naruto. And like, then we skip 4 years later, and yeah, then at this moment, and yeah, right after he took Naruto, he'd be like, so, this is Naruto, the boy that was supposed to be born in this world. I will have to raise him I will raise him and teach him. I will protect him and raise him to the best of my abilities. And yeah, basically, the DT actually created another angel. And this angel is going to be unknown to the Dragon Ball universe until Naruto decides to go back to go to his to the universe he was in, the multiverse he was born in. So yeah, Naruto's like, Naruto, I will protect you at all costs, and I will teach you everything I know of what you need to know. And yeah, Naruto already likes Yamako, so yeah, they're gonna have a pretty much a father and son relationship. But by the time Naruto is 8, Yamako will tell him who his real parents are. So yeah, and he'll be, yeah, Naruto will be, this Naruto is easily able to keep secrets. Like, yeah, Naruto's gonna keep 3 secrets, technically. But and one of them is, and by the time he's 4, Yamako is gonna tell him that he's a Saiyan. So yeah, and teach him everything he needs to know about Ki, God, and God Ki, and Ultra Instinct. So yeah. Now we get to when he's 4, and Donzo pretty much released the information that Naruto is pretty much what he did for Naruto to have a bad life in canon. But yeah, Naruto doesn't care in this timeline. So yeah, pretty much everything goes the same for the villagers, but for Naruto, he's like, nah, I don't care. Yeah, he doesn't even want their attention. He's like, nah, I don't care about this village. All I want to do is become the strongest being alive. Because yeah, by the time he's 4, that is Saiyan's instincts pretty much his Saiyan, pretty much everything about him that is a Saiyan has pretty much been unlocked. So yeah, by the time he's 4, he just wants to become the strongest creature alive. Which he will be the second strongest being alive. I'll be right next to the deity. So yeah. And basically, yeah, and Naruto will figure out about the deity. So Naruto will be the only one that truly knows of the deity. No one else. And this deity pretty much just helps keep the balance in all the universes. Well, multi-universe. Yeah, all those dimensions, he makes sure to keep them in balance. And basically, I'm gonna say by the time of the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, that's when Naruto's gonna come back to the Dragon Ball universe. Like, yeah. Basically, he's not gonna trust anyone in the Dragon Ball universe. Now, pretty much in the Naruto universe, no one's gonna like him. So yeah, and he doesn't even want to become a Hokage. So yeah. Okay, yeah. When we get to when he's 4 years old, Yamato's like, Naruto, and he's like, and yeah, Naruto calls him Dad. So you're like, yeah, Dad. And it's like, come downstairs. I have a secret to tell you. It's like, ooh, another secret? It's like, no, I'm like, ooh, a secret? It's like, yes, but please promise me that you'll keep it. Like, I'll try my best. It's like, good. Now, this is a secret that only me and you will know. If anyone finds out, they will do experiments on you. Like, what is it? It's like, you are a alien, which is called a Saiyan. And like, why do I look human? It's like, because Saiyans are pretty much the humanity of Saiyans is very similar to humans, but there is a lot of differences. And like, what's one of them? Like, 1, Saiyans have tails, which humans never have or had. I'm like, oh, okay. What's the second thing? The second thing is that each time you're in a life-death situation, you get a Zenkai boost, which basically makes you stronger. Like, okay, what's the third? Like, Saiyans have transformations. Like, how do you know this stuff? I'm like, once you get to the right age, I will tell you. Like, oh, okay, Dad. But good. Now, I'll start training you on how to use the power, on how to use what Saiyans use. It is called ki. Like, what's that? It's like, it's pretty close to what chakra is, but you don't use jutsus because yeah, he's basically been teaching him Yamako has basically been teaching Naruto everything he should know about pretty much all the history of the Naruto universe. And yeah, Naruto's been enjoying the history lessons. And Naruto's like, ooh, it's like, more history? It's like, yes and no. I'll be teaching you three things. Like, what are the three things? Like, first is how to use something called ki. It's like chakra, but way different. Everything has chakra. Everything in the universe has ki. But for chakra, it was given to humans by another source. Like, what was that? It's like, that's a story for another day. But for now, I will be teaching you up until you know exactly how to use your ki. I will be teaching you how to use it. And you have two other things. You have another thing as well. It's like, what's that? It's like, it's called God ki. It's like, God ki? It's like, yes. It's basically ki that is far stronger than regular ki. And anyone that could sense regular ki could not sense God ki. And what from I know, from how much God ki I'm sensing from you, you will have tons of God ki. It's like, okay, so what now? What are we gonna do now? It's like, first, I'm gonna teach you how to control your ki and everything you need to know about it. Then I'll be teaching you how to use your God ki. And once you master those two, I will teach you a technique. I will start teaching you a technique that even gods can't master. It's like, cool. It's like, yes, but I believe eventually there will be people that will be able to use it. And yeah, Yamako does have it. Yamako is basically has 10% of the deity's power, which the deity is far stronger than the Omni King, Zeno. So yeah. Yeah, Naruto's like, so what do we do? It's like, first, okay, then we skip to when Naruto's 8. And then Naruto, and he pretty much mastered his God ki and regular ki. And like, and this is after they're done training, and like, well, Dad, that was tougher. That was tougher than yesterday. Like, of course, Naruto, we're gonna be increasing your training by the day to help you increase your power and your ki. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, and they also been increasing pretty much. He's also been helping him with his. Oh, by the time Naruto's 10, he's gonna help him with all the chakra stuff. Basically, all that. And also, the DT also knows pretty much has all the martial arts in existence. So, yeah. And Yamako has been teaching Naruto the strongest martial arts in all of history. Not in this, basically in the multiverse. Yeah, pretty much in the multiverse, yeah, the strongest martial arts in the multiverse, he's been teaching Naruto, and Naruto has mastered that martial art. And I'm gonna call it the art of. I'm gonna call it in. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. The DT made this martial art, and it's called the art of balance. So yeah, basically, this martial arts balances everything about you, every single thing. So it's the best martial arts in existence. So yeah, and Naruto's like, okay, so I've mastered the martial arts you've been teaching me in my key training. So what now? It's like, first I'm gonna tell you another secret. It's like, what's that? It's like, the parents you were supposed to, the parents that were supposed to raise you, but I had to raise you instead. It's like, what's that? Your original parents were Minato Namikaze and Kushina Uzumaki. Like, Uzumaki and Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, like, correct Naruto. But since they died because of the Nine Tails attack. And also, I need one more. I'm gonna give you one more secret that you need to keep at no matter what. Like, what is it? You are the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. And yet Naruto pretty much knows what Jinchurikis are and knows everything about chakra. Like, what? Yeah, now, get some rest. Tomorrow, I will be teaching you how to use your chakra in everything about it. And be like, okay, and yeah, Naruto hasn't been taught how to use his chakra or jutsus yet, but he knows some jutsus. And Naruto's chakra natures are pretty much all of them. Because yeah, the DT just wanted to do that to make him pretty much to help him grow even more. And yeah, the Sage of Six Paths can only look into his multiverse. Well, into his universe, not the others. So yeah, give me a second. Sorry about that. Anyway, by the time Naruto is 10, he has. Oh wait, I forgot to mention this. When Naruto in the academy, he's below average. That's it. And he's basically made it so he'll never win against Sasuke. But yeah, Shikamaru is the only one that. Yeah, everybody in the village hates him. And I mean everybody. So yeah. But Naruto just looks happy all the time. And there will be one final secret that he'll tell him. Okay, now he's. And yeah, by the time Naruto's 10, Naruto has learned everything he needs to learn for chakra and all that. So yeah, Naruto's Taijutsu is 20 out of 20. His ninjutsu is 20 out of 20. His genjutsu is 20 out of 20. And yeah. That's basically it for those three. And since he has all chakra natures, and since he's also a Senju and Uzuma and Uchiha, yeah, he's pretty much unlocked. But yeah, when Namiko told him that he's a pretty much the son of Minato and Kushina, he pretty much was so happy that he got the Sharingan. So yeah, that worked, and by the time he's 10, he has the 3 Tomoe, and he has wood style. Yeah, he has wood style. So technically, in the Naruto world, he's the most overpowered. And at the moment, yeah, remember, you need Great Rage for the Super Saiyan to be unlocked. But yeah, Naruto ain't gonna get angry in a very long time. But he will be able to get his final form, which doesn't need you to unlock Super Saiyan. It's just the final form of the Omni God, which is 10 times stronger than the Omni King. So yeah. Now and Roger's like, so, yeah, what are we doing now? It's like, first, now, you become a ninja. Okay? Now, I believe you need like, now, let me do something for you. I'm like, alright, and then, all he said, and then he goes like, I have a gift for you when you graduate the shooting exam, the ninja exam, the ninja test. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, then, pretty much, yeah, he passes with 100%, and being the Rookie of the Year. And yeah, Sasuke, pretty much, everybody would be thinking, everybody would be like, impossible. He's been getting below average. Yeah, so right now Naruto's a kind, non-naive kid. So yeah. Now we get to now we finally get to we're at when he's 14 and Naruto passes. Yeah. Pretty much the thing where pretty much where the one that was gonna betray the leaf tried to do that same thing, but Naruto was like just turned his back from it and walked away. And yeah, at this time he's able to change the side of his tail. And he can also pretty much make it so other Saiyans can grow back their tails. But he won't learn of that until a later time. And the DT, once Naruto's at his full potential, the DT will give him a gift. 2 gifts, actually. Actually, no, just 1 gift that gives him 2 things. So, yeah. Basically, we skip to when Sword steals the scroll ceiling, a random kid, and Naruto just stops him and goes like, you idiot, you fell for a trap. And be like, what? It's like, yes. Now, if you don't want to get in trouble, immediately bring the scroll back to the 3rd Hokage before you get into real trouble. And be like, okay, because Naruto's giving off bloodlust, and he has bloodlust. He has the same amount as Zabuza at this moment. Then the guy I forgot his name, but I think it's Mikoto. I'm just gonna say Mikoto for now. Mikoto pretty much says, "Hey, where is that brat?" I'm pretty much going like, where is he? And but like, and Naruto would just be like, "You fooled him," and Naruto would just be standing right where the kid would be at, would supposed to be at, and yeah, Mikoto would go like, "Where is that kid?" And Naruto would be like, "I sent him, about to give the scroll back to him, to the third Hokage. I'm surprised he was stupid enough to fall for that. Now, why did you want the scroll ceiling?" And then he says why, which was to give it to Orochimaru and give him more power. And it's like, ah, so that's why. You're a fool then. And yeah, he'd be like, what? Like, did you really think, even if you got it to Orochimaru, did you really think he would let you live? You're a fool. Now, choose wisely. Would you like a death or punishment? Would you like punishment from the third Hokage himself or a kid? And yeah, he'd be like, a kid, what? He'd be like, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna kill you. You 9-tailed brat. And Naruto would be like, your punishment is death. And pretty much he would hold out his hand and put it in pretty much in a high motion, but it would just be a pretty much his key blasts are green. Wait, no, they are red, pure red. And yeah, Naruto was like, now your punishment is death. And then pretty much thrust the key blast forward. And yeah, he would dodge it. Yeah, Mikoto would dodge it, and yeah, then he would see what it did to the tree behind him, and it pretty much destroyed it to the atoms, and be like, fuck, and be like I said, your punishment is death. And then he pretty much pretty much made a key blast that as soon as he shot it, it split into 10 key blocks that went around him. Like, he pretty much had his hand ready to, and he was about to close it and be like, now you die. And he closed his fist. And then all the key blocks go straight at him. And he can't dodge it this time because it's all around him. So he was like, fuck, and pretty much, and yeah, then he would die. And well, actually, no, he would leave him alive. Not always leave him alive. He's just barely alive. But he is unconscious. And yeah, Naruto would just go like, and pretty much be like, you fool. And pretty much grab him from his collar. And then teleport, and pretty much do Kai towards pretty much at the third Hokage's office. And yeah, and this is a few minutes after that kid brought the scroll back to the third Hokage. And yeah, third Hokage would be like, wait, actually no. The third Hokage is the only one that likes Naruto. And yeah, the third Hokage just sees it. Then just sees Naruto right in front of him and goes like, Naruto, what are you doing? He's like, knocking out the person that tricked a kid into stealing the scroll's ceiling. Oh, and yeah, he heard that Mikoto was about to pretty much say the thing that would pretty much be a death sentence. And yeah, Naruto would be like, and third Hokage, I'm pretty sure this Jonin was about to blare out a secret that would cause death to the person that said it. And the Hokage is like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, if I'm right, it's about the nine tails. Yeah, the third Hokage eyes would widen and be like, "So what did he say before?" Before I knocked him out, he said, "Do you want to know why the village hates you?" And the third Hokage goes like, "So it is true." I was like, "Yes." He said those exact words before I knocked him out. Now, here you go. You can just take him to the interrogation room. Pretty much throwing him towards the third Hokage. And yeah, the third Hokage. Yeah, then the third Hokage, but like, "So Naruto, is there anything else you need?" He's like, "No, I'll be leaving now." Then he just vanishes. Yeah, and the third Hokage is like, "I still don't know how he's doing that." And he never will. No one will. Now then Naruto gets home and goes like, and then he teleports right in front of his door and just walks into his household and goes, "Dad." And Yamako will be like, "Here's Naruto." And be like, "I passed." And yeah, he would have the pretty much the thing that tells people that he's Shinobi on his forearm. And yeah, Yamako would be like, "Good job, Naruto. Now, here's your gift." And then he would like, just concentrate. Yeah, he would just concentrate for 1 millisecond and be like, "Clothes beam." And Naruto would be like, okay. And then he sees his clothing turns into this, and he still has the headband that's on his forearm. I'm like, "Oh, cool." I'm like, "Yes. Now, be ready." I'm like, "For what?" "I'm gonna have you train twice as hard now." I was like, "Aw." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So then we see, like, starting when you have your days off as Shinobi, I will be teaching you as much as as fast, as hard and as fast as I can. I'm like, "Okay." And yeah, then we get to the day when pretty much the teams are assigned, and yeah, Naruto's in the same team with the same exact team members. So yeah, Naruto doesn't trust anyone. He doesn't have any friends. So yeah. Oh, and sorry about that. Anyway, Naruto walks into there and just, oh yeah, and his seat is in the very back of the class, which is right next to a window. And he just looks out it the whole time. So yeah. Then Uraraka says all the teams. Yeah. Naruto in his mind is like, yeah, it's the same teams? Because yeah. I don't want to change those parts of the stories. I'll just only be changing some things from the canon. So yeah, Naruto's like, pretty much in his mind is like, great, I'm with the Chiha and the Banshee. He doesn't have any crushes. Yeah, not in this universe at least. So yeah, basically at the end of the Naruto, pretty much at the end of Naruto Shippuden, it will transfer to Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, this will be a long one. And I don't care if you guys don't like this. I'm gonna have this keep going up until the very end of the very, pretty much all the way up to the Broly movie. So yeah, that's how far I'm gonna have this let it go. So here we go. Yeah. Pretty much pretty much when Kakashi gets there, Naruto's like, yeah, Naruto is gonna know pretty much. Yeah, Naruto knows all of history because Yamako knows it. Oh, and when Naruto was 14, Yamako finally told him the final secret. Like, and Yamako was like, Naruto, I have one last secret to tell you. I'm like, yes? And he would be like, actually no, he would be like, I have one last thing to show you. And this one is the number one secret. And be like, what is it? And then he would show him, pretty much, he would open a portal that would show the deity. And Naruto would like, who's that? And like, Yamako would just be like, that is the deity. And yeah, the deity would just look at Naruto and be like, hello, Naruto. I'd be like, how do you know my name? It's like, I am the one that looks over the multiverse. And originally you're supposed to be born in this world, not being a Saiyan at all. Like, why wasn't I? It's like, because your original birth parents were, the birth parents you're supposed to have miscarried you. So you're soul in the reincarnations of in your reincarnations, in the reincarnations that you are of followed you. You are a reincarnation of two people. Like, who are they? Like, one day you will know. When you're close to adulthood, I will tell you. But for now, you will know this. Yamako is a mortal version of me. And be like, so basically you made a version of you that can die, but is too powerful for it. And it's like, precisely. And Yamako knows in the mortal version of me, which is called Yamako, knows knows knowledge of all the universes that I have created. That means the one that your body was born in, and the one you were supposed to be born in. Like, so, in the detail, it goes like, and once you're close to adulthood, I'll give you a choice. And that is, you will by the time you're close to your adulthood, I will tell you what that deal is. But for now, you will be staying in your world, in this world, universe, until that time. And Yamako is your protector and teacher. You should know this by now. And like, yeah, he's taught me everything pretty much he's taught me everything that you've told me about. I was like, yes, he has taught you everything you need to know about the universe you were born in and this universe. And he is also something called an angel. I'm like, what's that? I'm like, basically, the teachers and basically beings that help gods of destruction. Like, oh, well, what type of Saiyan am I? It's like, you are something called an omni Saiyan, and you're the only one in existence. Like, oh wow, like, yes. And you are the reincarnation of the first Super Saiyan God. Like, the first one is like, yes. I believe that eventually there will be another, but not for a long time. I believe by the time you decide to go to another world or stay in this one, that the one that will become another Super Saiyan God will be there. Like, okay, like, and if you decide to go to the to this to the universe you were born in, I will, by that, and once you get too close to your adulthood, I will give you a gift. And yeah, Naruto's like, cool. And yeah, then Yamako will be like, is that for all, Master? I'm like, it is, Yamako. I will leave you be until it is time. Yeah, then the portal closed, and Naruto like, so that is the last secret, that you're the mortal version of him? Like, correct. But I only have 10% of his power. But it's far more powerful than any mortal in this universe. Or in the multiverse. I'm like, awesome. Like, so, by the time you get close to adulthood, they will show up again. And be like, okay. And yeah, then that was right before Naruto met his team and his team leader. And yeah, he thought it was Kakashi. And yeah, he knows every single. Yeah, he pretty much knows everything about pretty much the history of the Naruto universe. So yeah, he'll know even more than Hagoromo himself. So yeah, Naruto like, so it's Kashi Hatake, the man that knows the assassin jutsu. Cool. And yeah, Kashi would tell them to go onto the roof, and Naruto would just be like, see you there, and just pretty much vanish. And Kashi would just be, pretty much all of them would be surprised, because yeah, Naruto hasn't done that before. He's only been either walking or running. Not doing that. And yeah, Naruto would just be sitting down and just waiting. Yeah, then we get to when all three of them get up there, and yeah, Kashi's like, how do you do that? It's like, that's my secret to tell. Yeah, Naruto, yeah, Kashi's like, yeah, whatever. And yeah, then he asks all three of them their goals. Pretty much, Sasuke and Sakura would be the same, except Sakura would just think Naruto's weird. And Naruto would just say, I am Naruto. Yeah, he would still have the Uzumaki last name. He would be like, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes, training. My dislikes, almost everyone in this village. My goal is to become the strongest creature alive. And that is all. And yeah, then he sits back down. And yeah, Kakashi's like, okay then. And yeah, pretty much, now we skip to the next day, and the bell test happens. And Naruto's like, teamwork. I'll see if those two figured it out. And yeah, as soon as he figured out that it has two bells, he's like, teamwork. He pretty much thinks in his head, this is a teamwork exercise. These two are kind of dumb if they don't figure it out immediately. Or almost immediately. And yeah, and they don't, and Naruto's like, yeah, these two are dumb. Yeah, and he just sits it out. Yeah, then Kakashi's like, Naruto, why are you not doing anything? And Naruto's like, I want to just see what happens first. Then I might jump in. Yeah, then everything happens all to normal, except Naruto doesn't do anything. Yeah, then before the, hour before the time could go out, Naruto's like, it seems like there's, and yeah, and then Naruto just says, Kakashi Hatake. It seems like my other teammates aren't dumb enough to not see the real reason of this test. And Kakashi was like, oh, and you do? Like, yes. I seen the real test as soon as you showed us the bells. And be like, oh, so what is it? And Naruto like, it's, and yeah, at this point, I'm gonna say this. So Kakashi actually knocked out Sasuke, and yeah, Sasuke's in the Genjutsu, and Naruto like, the real test is teamwork. And I wanted to see if these two would figure it out. It seems they didn't. Which I think is disappointing. It seems to me they won't be smart in a real battle. And yeah, Kashi's like, so, you're not smart, right? And he's like, yes. After all, you need to be smart to survive. You need to be smart and strong to survive in this world. Especially if you want to be a shinobi. And yeah, Kakashi's like, you got this figured out, don't you? It's like, well, I did have some help with the one who raised me. And Kakashi's like, I believe you're talking about Yamako? I was like, yes, him. The one that my godfather and another person. And yeah, Kakashi like, you have two godfathers? Like, apparently. Now, shall we fight? I would like to at least see where I am at against you. Yeah, then Kakashi like, alright then. And yeah, then they spar. And Kakashi sees that Naruto already has that upper hand. And yeah, they're just doing Naruto just went for immediate close combat. So yeah, Naruto's like, and Naruto's just having upper hand with just like barely doing it. And Naruto's like, is that all you have, Kakashi? Are you just gonna show this? Or are you gonna show me that eye of yours? And be like, huh? Like, come on, Kakashi. I'm not stupid. For you to have able to copy 1,000 jutsus, you're gonna have this Sharingan. And yeah, Kakashi's like, And then you pull up his headband and show the Sharingan and be like, there it is. Now, let's see which one of us does better. Yeah, then, and at the end, yeah, Naruto's just buying time for the end. Naruto like, and then when when the timer stops, Gosh is like, oh, looks like the timer stopped. Like, seems it has. So, would you like to keep sparring, or would you like me to wake up Sasuke and break the genjutsu you have on Sakura? Like, well, you know what that is? Like, of course. No, I'm pretty good at it, if I say so myself. I'm like, alright then, go for it. I'm like, thank you. Now, in your opinion, Kakashi, which one do you think should be tied out to a log? Like, in my opinion, I would say Sakura. Like, I would say the same thing. Because during the whole time, she didn't even do a thing. She was just cheering on that boy. You know, I didn't even do anything because I wanted to see if they would actually see what the actual point of this test was. If I wasn't looking for that, I would have been fighting you as well. And we probably would have won better like that. With Sasuke probably doing a fireball towards me and you. You doing a so producing in pretty much fighting him for a little bit, then putting him right on the ground. Then this would happen again. And gosh, you'd be like, oh, so you thought of this? I'm like, yes. You need strategies to win a fight, and you also need teamwork. But I see that these two, I see that pink hair girl doesn't even became a shinobi because she wanted to be a shinobi. She became one to impress that kid, that boy. And the boy doesn't even just thinks that hatred alone can get you stronger. And gosh, be like, what do you think? It's like, I believe trust and power can make you the most powerful creature alive. But I don't think anyone on Earth will ever trust me, other than the third Hokage. I'm like, I see you. Like, maybe you, but I don't think so. You know, he was like, why do you think that? It's like, I don't see people trusting me that much, especially since most people think on the cause of that incident. And you know what I'm talking about, Kakashi Hatake. They're like, the Nine Tails. I'm like, correct. And no. And you should obviously know, I am not the Nine Tails. I am it. You know what? And like, you know of it? It's like, yes, Yamako has told me for me to not freak out when I finally learned out. So, and Kakashi like, why didn't we think of that? It's like, probably because you didn't think of an outcome like that. And I'm like, oh yeah. And Kakashi like, so. And Naruto would like, so. We could wait until Sasuke wakes up. Because I would really like to know your past, Kakashi. But like, why? Like, so I can know my teacher better, that's why. Like, oh, okay. And yeah, then he would tell his whole backstory. From his childhood all the way up to now. And Naruto would be like, that is a sad one indeed. Losing someone like Obito. And so that is the reason, the way you got your eye. That is interesting. Like, what do you mean? Like, as far as I know, I haven't heard of anyone done that. Quite frankly, he does. He won't tell him, no. Naruto like, but I will say this. If you need help, no. Kakashi is gonna be the only other person that Naruto trusts, but Kakashi's gonna be the most trustworthy to Naruto, to where Naruto will actually give him just unlock his key for him. And Naruto will be like, so Kakashi, I believe now I'm gonna wait. Now, Kakashi, you wake up Sasuke. I'll break that Genjutsu. Like, alright, and yeah, then they do it. And actually, no, Naruto's like, for Kakashi, could you hand me a log real quick? Yeah, and Kakashi will give him a log. I'm like, thank you. And then he would tie up chakra and place the log down. And then he would break the Genjutsu and be like, there. Now that should do it. And so, yeah, then Sasuke would wake up right after Naruto would break the Genjutsu off Sakura. And Kakashi would be like, so you know how to do that? And it's like, yes, Yamako taught me. He taught me everything he knew. And Kakashi would be like, interesting. And Sasuke would just be like, oh, what happened? yeah, then Kakashi would just be like, just do the same thing he did. Yeah, then Naruto would be like, then when Sakura was getting hungry, Naruto just went like, Sakura, here, you need your energy to, and we need to, and for us to pass this correctly, we need each other's strengths. And yeah, Sasuke would really, you're right, Naruto. We do, for us to pass this, we would need each other's strengths. But after this, I'm not doing this again. And Naruto, like, in his mind, he's like, stupid idiot. And yeah, then Kakashi says they pass. And yeah, Naruto just pretty much the way pretty much his emotions hadn't stayed, haven't moved a bit because he knew this was gonna happen. So yeah, and Kakashi just Sasuke just smarts and so goes like because yeah. Naruto's like so, and then Naruto would just rip the rope off Sakura and be like, so, Kakashi, what do we need to do? What are we gonna be doing for our first taste of Shinobi? I'm like, well, first you're gonna do ranked missions, like, so we can increase our sensory, right? Like, correct. And then we skip to the next day. Oh, and also Naruto's sensory jutsu is 20 out of 20. With his chakra control being 20 out of 20. I forgot to do that. So sorry about that. Alright, so basically Naruto has just been out staying back and Kakashi be like, so Naruto, why are you not helping those two? Like, because I can already, because as far as I can tell, I already have enough sensory to easily track the animal. And be like, oh really? And be like, where is it then? And then he'll point directly at it and be like, over there. Like, oh, you're that good at it? Yes. All I need is to have my feet on the ground or on a tree, and I'll be able to do it. And be like, interesting. Naruto will be like, yes. No. And yeah, then we skip to when Naruto wouldn't be bored out of that. Would just be bored, but wouldn't be tired of it. Naruto would just be like, so Kakashi. Yeah, before Sasuke would be like, we need a new mission. And yeah, Naruto would be like, so, Kakashi, how many more do we need until we can do C ranks? Yeah, then you tell them the amount that they would need. And Naruto would be like, I feel like one of these two would get tired of these missions and either demand or ask for a better mission. And Kakashi would be like, what makes you so sure? And like, they don't have the patience for it. And like, oh yeah, like, yeah, probably in a month or two. Then we skip a month or two later, and then yeah, Sasuke does it. And Naruto's like, told ya. And Kakashi would be like, how? And Naruto is the same height as Kakashi. And yeah, Naruto hasn't shown any of his true power, and yeah, his pretty much for his Taijutsu, Ninjutsu, Genjutsu, Chakra Control, and Sensory Jutsu, he is far stronger than the God of Shinobi, which is Hashirama. I mean, no, it would be the third Hokage. And yeah, Sasuke would demand for one, and Kakashi then he would ask Kakashi if he thinks his team is ready. Kakashi would just nod his head. And yeah, then he would call in Tazuna, and yeah, Tazuna would just ask, why am I pretty much as soon as he sees the team, he's like, why am I having two Jonin and three Gunning? They were in Naruto like, and yeah, the Naruto would like, correction, 3 Gunning and 1 Chunin. And don't underestimate people you don't even know of. And yeah, Tazuna could tell that Naruto has power, just doesn't know what it is. And I was like, alright then. And like, Naruto Uzumaki. But you can just call me Naruto. You're like, alright then. And yeah. Yeah, one day then Kakashi just, one day Kakashi just looked at Naruto's, Naruto's just been wearing a jacket over his, pretty much been wearing something over his actual outfit to hide it. So yeah, then when Naruto finally reveals his outfit, which he hasn't shown to anyone yet, pretty much, then Naruto just, then the day they go to take Tazuna to the land of waves, Naruto just took off the outfit he had over his, pretty much the jacket and pants he had over his outfit, and then Kakashi was like, what's that? It's like, this is my actual outfit. The other one was just a disguise for people to underestimate me. And Kakashi was like, after all, the best answer to it is deception. Am I right? And Kakashi was like, okay, yeah, you're right about that. And then they would start walking towards the line of waves, and Naruto was like, so, Tazuna, is it? Like, yes. Like, so, he'll just ask, private, and Naruto was like, so, what's this mission really about? And Tazuna was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, come on. You know what I'm talking about. And before Tazuna could spill it, pretty much she got past the puddle, and Naruto already knew it was there. And the demon brothers just pop out, and Naruto's like... And before they could even do anything, Naruto just quickly turned around and pretty much vibrated them with a ki blast. No, a ki wave. Pretty much having his hand out and blasting a ki, pretty much a ki blast at them, and it killed them instantly. And Kakashi's like, just basically turn around and saw the demon brothers and like, Naruto, we could have used something. Naruto was like, no need. Tazuna, speak. Tell the real rank of this mission. And yeah, actually no, he would tell them the real mission. And yeah, he would tell them what's really going on. And yeah, Kakashi would be like, yeah, and Naruto was like, and Kakashi, you know that if, and then Kakashi, before Kakashi could say anything, Naruto was like, Kakashi, you know that you could take down almost any enemy that we'd face, except if it was an S rank shinobi. So as long as we don't run into someone like that, we are fine. Am I right, Kakashi? Like, you are, and Naruto like, and plus, I think Sasuke would want to continue this. And for one, I also want to continue this. And yeah, Kakashi like, yeah, they would ask both of them if, pretty much ask Sasuke and Sakura if they want to continue. And yeah, Sakura even being scared would just be like, no, I want to continue. And yeah, Sasuke would just be like, I just want to continue. And yeah, Naruto will be like, see. Now, I believe we should continue. Oh, Kakashi. You look for any traps. I will look for any enemies nearby. And yeah, Kakashi will be like, alright, Naruto. And yeah, and we get to the part where Naruto's like, And Naruto just walks up to Kakashi, just speeds up out to Kakashi and be like, Kakashi, I sense a rabbit, and I believe it's a white one, which I see as a decoy. And Kakashi be like, yeah, you're right. And like, then Naruto like, everybody down. And yeah, Kakashi would just really, yeah, basically Kakashi and Naruto would just say, everyone down. And yeah, Naruto would, yeah, pretty much Kakashi, Sasuke, Sakura, and Tazuna would be on the ground, and Naruto was like, I can do it. And pretty much he would have his arm out ready, and he pretty much, then pretty much a blade went, it's pretty much, Naruto sees a giant, pretty much, Tazuna's, Zabuza's blade going straight for him, and he pretty much grabs it by the handle, and he gets tilted a little, pretty much his body, his whole, pretty much, his feet got, pretty much skimmed up, pretty much, his whole body got turned a little bit because of the weight. Naruto's like, And then he puts it over his shoulder and goes like, The way this looks, I have to think Zabuza of the hidden mist. One of the seven swordmen. And he stabs it into the ground. And he's like, so, where are you, Zabuza? And then he looks right behind him and goes, there you are. And Zabuza's like, interesting. Someone be able to hold my sword? And Naruto's like, don't underestimate someone you just met. Yeah, and at this time, Naruto can do that glare thing. Pretty much that Jiren can do. And yeah. Pretty much, Zabuza was like, what's your name, kid? And Naruto would be like, until you're worthy, I will tell you my name if I see you're worthy enough. And yeah, Naruto would be like, Naruto, wait, and Naruto would just give off blood, like pretty much half of his blood off to Kakashi and be like, let me fight. And yeah, Kakashi would be surprised at how much blood loss he has. And yeah, Zabuza would be surprised as well because it's almost as much as his. And Zabuza would be like, you have some bloodlust. Then Zabuza would be like, forget about that. But anyway, Zabuza would be like, I see you've killed some things. Like, I have. But I know you've killed more. Zabuza of the Mist. Like, now, shall we fight? And yeah, Zabuza would be like, I'm interested in you kids, so yes. Yeah, then they start fighting. And Zabuza can see Naruto's barely trying, but he's winning. And Zabuza's like, you're interesting, kid. He's like, well, thank you. Yeah, then Zabuza would just ask him to join him. Like, I'll think about it. After all, I'm starting to like you better than my own village. And I was up like, oh? I was like, yeah. Do you remember or heard of the Nine Tails attack on the Leaf Village? I'm like, oh yes. Naruto was like, the villagers in my village think that I'm the Nine Tails. But do I look like him? And Naruto was like, no. I'm like, thank you. I see a few people in this world actually see that. And I'm like, yes. Like, but I'll see it if my. But I'm gonna have to confirm with my original master. But I'd be like, oh, and who's he? Even if I told you his name, you will not know of him. The world doesn't even know of him. Only a few people know of him. That is all. Now, let's continue fighting. And yeah, I thought it was like, so Zabuza. Yeah, then Zabuza actually landed a mark on Naruto and like, he actually did it. And we're like, did what? Like, I see you as worthy now. And like, oh, it's like, yes. And now I will tell you my name. Naruto Uzumaki. And I can kind of see that we're a little bit the same. Like, oh, why is that? It's like, most of the people in my village think I'm a demon. And I'm pretty sure anyone that's faced you has called you a demon. Am I right? I'm like, you are right, kid. It's like, in a month in Zabuza, I'm sorry for this, but I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to take you down. But, if you live after this, meet me at these coordinates a month later. And yeah, Naruto just whispers these coordinates to Zabuza, but also actually just writes quickly writes a note for Zabuza. Like, if you do survive in a month or two, sorry about that anyway, then Naruto just kicks him away. So yeah. Then, gosh, yeah, and basically when they go to Tazana's house and they're resting there, basically that kid says the same thing, and Naruto's like, whatever, and just walks outside. And just pretty much punches and kicks the air. No, just punches trees and kicks trees. Oh, and Yamako does have a staff. Or it's the same type of staff that the angels have. So yeah. Now we're gonna skip to when I get to the bridge. And yeah. So I was just gonna go there this time. And yeah. The person that hired Zabuza came there and like, I wasn't even going to pay Zabuza. Like, oh, is that it? Then you shall die. And you'd be like, Kazuna, is it alright if I destroy a portion of the bridge? And like, we can build it, so yeah, I was like, good. And you'd be like, and you just blast off the key blast straight towards them. And yeah, those people that were behind that guy, that midget, died. And with the midget as well. And you know, to be like, that should do it. And like, now. Yeah, and Kakashi, yeah, Sasuke would just be like, because yeah, it just seems like Naruto is far more powerful than him. And yeah. And yeah, they called it the Great Naruto Bridge when they finish it. And yeah, that's where I'm gonna end it off for now. I'll make a second part later. Anyway, if you like this, like, subscribe, and comment below for more. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.